Hello everyone, Rich here, back for P&R Craft, and today we have a little tank engine, a little 6-wheeled tank engine. If you look at the design you can probably think it is, yeah, Thomas the Tank Engine, but it is it's more of a non-specific tank engine. Anyway, little 6-wheeler, 060 sort of design, and it goes with our series of basic vehicles. So if you're familiar with the build that we did previously, the steam locomotive over in the distance there, then it's the same gauge as that, just a lot smaller. So that's what we're going to be building for today. So we've got the 6 wheels there. You can see the wheels are half size, but they're actually, you just sort of imagine that they're underneath the splasher plate there, so that's how that is there. But anyway, we shall crack on with our design. So what we're going to do is go over to our tracks, and the track, like I say, if you've done the previous tutorials, then the tracks are 4 blocks wide, so it's a stair block, 2 block gap, and a stair block there, so that's the track shape that we want. So we're going to put our first 6 wheels down, so on one side we put 2 blocks there in black like that, leave a gap, 2 blocks behind, leave a gap, 2 blocks like that, and that is our first set of wheels there. On the opposite rail, do 2 again, and then 2 again, and then 2 again like that. So that is our gauge and our wheel arrangement for our locomotive. So like I say, the wheels are only half size, but you've got to imagine that they're under the splasher. Anyway, for the splasher, or the running plate rather, you're going to want to build a line of granite. So it doesn't really matter what you use, as long as you can use slabs with it, but I'm using granite, polished granite, so put 4 across the top of the front wheel like that, and then 1, and then 2 forward like that, and then we'll see how things go. And then we'll go underneath so and put a set of slabs. So 1, 2, 3, 4 slabs like that. So there's our first part of the running plate. And then what we're going to do then is extend that running plate backwards to make it 11 long. So currently it's 3 long, and make it 11. So 3, and then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And that should just go right behind the last wheel there, and put a slab under there. And then do the same on the other side. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then a slab underneath. And then we cover that up at the back with slabs underneath again. Like so. Like that, and then we just add the rest of the running plate like so, preferably without putting them in the wrong place. There we go, so there's our locomotive base plate done. Now for the smoke box, we're going to go to the front of the engine, and on the second block back, so here's the front, second block back, we're going to put 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks like that in black, and then double that in height like so. So that's our smoke box. And then for the boiler and the saddle tanks, basically you're going to go behind that and build 4 wide, so behind the smoke box go 1, 2, 3, 4 like that, in a different colour. Doesn't matter what colour it is, you can use green, black, blue or whatever, but I'm using green for British Rails, but if you're going to go for Thomas the Tank Engine, that's going to be blue. Anyway, it's going to be 4 wide like that, and then double that in height like so. And then you're going to go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that, and double that in height. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. Same to the side, back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. And then cover the top up with the blocks like so. So there is our smoke box and boiler, and then we'll come back to do the cab now. So the cab, we're going to go on the end blocks of the side, so we're going to put a block there and a block there like so, and then on the back of the running plate down here, we're going to put the back of the cab, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3 high. Same the other side, 1, 2, 3 high, so you've got posts like that, and that is our can't really tell, but that's the base of the cab anyway. So for the cab you're going to put 2 more blocks there and 2 more blocks on top like so. And then for the coal bunker you're going to put another line of blocks on the back, so 1, 2, 3, 4 like that, so it sticks out a bit at the back. It's really hard to see from this angle, but if you look at it, it looks something like that, and they don't look too bad. And then for the cab roof I'm using polished black stone, so on the top of the posts here put slabs like so. So 4 slabs, and then just join them together, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go, so there is our cab covered like so. On the inside of the cab you can put a bit of detail in here if you can. You can probably put a couple of black blocks in there like that for the smoke, for the firebox, and then maybe put a lever or something, or a lever or 2 for the controls, because it is very, 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 very tight space in there, but overall not too bad. For the coal bunker itself, you can use black carpet to represent coal, like that, and they don't look too bad, does it? Not brilliant, not perfect, but it will do. And yeah, not too bad. Right, now for the funnel on top of the smoke box, you're going to use polished black stone. Put 2 there like so, and there's your funnel. And then for the dome, go onto the green and go 1, 2, 3 back on the green and put 2 more blocks there like that for the dome. And then for the whistle, just in front of the cab, put resin. Well, I'm using resin brick wall. Put 2 there like that for your whistle. Very simple design, but you know, it's up to you what colour you want to use. Next job, we want to get some picture frame or item frames. So we get frames, item frames. So these are for the buffers. So put these on the front of the engine, 2 there like so, and then black blocks inside for the buffers, and then the same on the back. Item frame there and there, and a black block inside like so. And there you go. That is the buffers done, and that is our very basic locomotive done. Little tank engine, little switcher if you like, and nothing special, but it'll do. And for when you're connecting it up to rolling stock and things, you're going to want to make the connection a little bit longer than normal because of the coal bunker. So we get our iron bars. Normally you have just the one set like that, but basically you're going to want to make it sort of a 3. So normally you have 1 on each connection, so you have 1 on the engine and 1 on the rolling stock. Basically put 1 on the rolling stock, 1 on the engine, but put an extra set of bars in between so you have a bigger gap, otherwise the carriage is going to connect with the bunker. But overall though, it's not too bad. I may come back with another design of this with a slightly reconfigured back end, because just to make life a little bit easier, but overall it's not too bad. So that is our basic little locomotive, and put your iron bars on the front as well for connections there. But yeah, overall it's not too bad. You can actually add a bit more detail here as well. If we get our lamps, our lanterns, and heavy lamps on the front. I know normally they only have 1, I think. Would put 1 on top of smoke box, but yeah, that's how it is. Anyway, that is our locomotive done, and like I said, I'll come back with another one at some point. Tidied up design, another design, maybe a bigger engine, we'll see. But there'll definitely be more rolling stock, and we'll see how things go. So thanks for watching, and hope you enjoyed this little build. And Rich and Pip will be back with another video for P&R very soon. So bye everyone, see you all soon.